Hello everyone, this is Bill Boughton, Business Intelligence 101. Thank you for joining today. We are setting up a quick demo and introduction to Spanning Backup. They're a cloud backup specifically targeted at Google Apps. We'd like to thank all of our Google Apps and Google Drive customers on the line. We appreciate you listening in, and we hope we can find some added value for you with the Spanning Backup. With that, I'd like to toss it over to Michael Sherman, who is our Spanning Backup Business Development Manager. Mike, go ahead.
Thanks, Bill. Again, just to reiterate what Bill said, everybody, thanks for taking the time today to get on this quick webinar and demo to show you actually what Spanning Backup can do for your Google Apps environment. Like Bill said, my name is Mike Sherman, and I help all of our partners worldwide sell Spanning Backup to their Google Apps customers. So why don't we just get started? Really, the first thing they have to think about as a Google Apps customer is, what does data protection mean in your Google Apps environment? And really what it means is, it's a backup and recovery solution to have a copy of your data in another cloud. So Spanning actually, we take all your Google Apps data that's in your Google Apps domain, and we bring it over to the Amazon Web Services S3 data centers that Amazon has to have a safe backup just in case any files were to be lost. And really the question is why do Google Apps customers need data protection? And there's really three key reasons. One reason is data growth. Data is growing exponentially, and the more and more data you put into your Google Apps environment, the more mission critical that data is going to be. And so what Spanning does is we help you protect that data in case of human error, malicious attacks, or third-party sync errors. And as you know, data loss is pretty costly. One study estimates that each megabyte of lost data costs a business around $10,000. And 75% of that data loss is caused by human error. And SaaS providers, as we know it, do nothing to help you recover from data loss due to those three things. So this is really kind of the key points here in data protection for the cloud, and especially in your Google Apps environment when you're using it for not only your email, but your Drive, your contacts, your sites, and your calendar as well. And like I said, why back up Google Apps? And here are actual user stories on why to do it. One of the things that can happen is sync errors can go wrong. You're working on one tablet at home, and then you try to go and log into your laptop at work, and something were to happen, or you deleted some contacts in your tablet and it never got backed up into Google due to some sync reasons. This is something where Spanning Backup can help. Also, there's a lot of cross-user, sharing settings that you do in your documents, your spreadsheets, all that stuff in Drive. And we actually had a customer that logged into their account in Google, and they went to see all their documents, and 4,000 documents were just not there in Drive anymore. And we looked into it, and it just seemed like that because of all the sharing of documents, of 4,000 documents, that something happened in Google, and there was maybe a glitch error, and the data was just gone. But luckily, we were able to restore those 4,000 documents for that customer within about a half a day. Also, unpredictable users. We've had multiple times where we've had to restore data for employees that maybe got fired from their position, or went on somewhere else, but before they went somewhere else, they took all the data off of Google Apps, and then that employer doesn't have any of that data that employee used. So we really protect against that. So in case somebody were to do something malicious in your Google Apps environment, you still have that company data that's mission critical to keep your business moving forward. And really the question is, if this happened to you or your business, how would this impact you? And that's the question that we bring up all the time, and we try to work with BI 101 and their customers to figure that out. How much would data loss in your Google Apps environment impact your business? So as I said before, we protect your data in ways that Google can't. And if you look into their MSA agreement or some of their support links in Google, Google is not responsible for human error in the Google Apps domain. What Google is responsible for, obviously, is, if their server goes down and they lose your data because their server in a data center goes down, they're absolutely responsible. But that's rarely ever the case because there's always failovers in the data center and Google, and that's pretty much why, you know, you maybe went to Google is because of the robustness of, you know, the Google Apps cloud infrastructure. But really what we're protecting against is employee error, malicious attacks, and third-party sync errors. And as you can see here at Google, they talk about, you know, in Gmail, Drive, and Calendar, that they do not, they are not responsible or liable for any human error caused in the Google Apps domain. So let's get into a little bit of spanning backup, and then I'm going to take you through a couple restores just to show you how easy it is to use. Spanning backup, we're obviously, you know, we try to take the highest security standards that are out there on the market. So your data's safe when we take it from the Google data center into our Amazon database. We also do unlimited storage, which is key. So a lot of cloud ISVs, let's say, they base their price off of the amount of data that you use or the amount of storage that you use. We actually don't. We do it by a per license, per user basis. And what that means is that if you're a Google Apps user that has 35 gigs of data, it's going to be the same price as somebody that uses 4 gigs. Now, the reason why we do this is because we think, you know, at your company level, it's easier to predict the number of employees that you're going to have within the next year versus the amount of data that you're going to use month over month. So we want to make sure that you guys aren't ever concerned about a month where you put a lot of data into Google Apps and then that would increase your cost, you know, a lot more than what it initially was forecasted. So we really think that by going with a per user model, that's a lot more predictable for your business. We also do a complete restore. So we not only back up Google Apps, we back up all Gmail, Sites, Drive, Calendars, and Contacts. We also, you know, do a complete restore of all those too in case you need it. So really, you know, the key thing here is that not only do we back it up, but we can restore it just as easily as it, you know, we backed it up, and you'll see it here in the demo here shortly. And really, we pride ourselves on best customer experience. And as you can see, we have a couple of really, you know, pretty big brand names that have put us through their tests, and they've actually chose Spanning as their fit for their business. So as you can see, like a Netflix and a Redfin and Jawbone, you know, these are 3 customers that really tested us out, tested our competitors, and really said that Spanning was the best one for them. So it's great to have a good customer experience, and it's great to have those name brands on our side to really promote our product and, you know, let everyone know that it does work. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into the demo real quick. Let me change over to the demo environment here. Just going to make sure you guys can see it. All right. Yep. So let me get into the demo here. So what you're seeing here is I'll get you back to the admin view. What you're seeing right here now is when you log into Spanning Backup as a Spanning or Google Apps admin, this is what you're going to see. And this is just kind of a general overview of your Google Apps domain. So for example, right now our demo account has 10 Google Apps accounts. We have 1 unprotected account. We have 9 protected accounts. So what this means over here in the gray is 1 unused license. So you can actually assign that license to that unprotected user if you want. It's pretty very easy. One of the things also too here is that you can see is the deleted tab. We never delete anything of your data that's from Google. So for example, if an employee were to leave and you deleted their username out of the Google Apps environment, we will actually count that and keep that person's data until you do something with it, whether you restore it into another person's account, that data, or if you export that data onto one of your local file servers that you have. So we never delete anything unless you let us know or unless there's not a license assigned to a user anymore. And we have a policy in place, obviously, to keep that data for a while until you tell us what to do with it. But really what I wanted to show you today, and this is, you know, we normally can go through a full demo in about 30 to 40 minutes, but I just want to show you, you know, the restores of Spanning Backup, because that's the most important. So let's just say Adam Davis, who I'm going to go in it, into his account. Let's say, for example, he one day came in and, you know, he deleted some emails that were pretty important. What I can do is Adam can call support and he can look and say, you know, between November 1st and 5th, I lost some very important emails, and I need to get these back. Is there any way that you can do it? And so what's nice here is you can look based on the date range. You can also search the metadata. So if I'm going to, you know, use guilt as an example, I don't know how important those emails are, but for demo purposes, I'll use them as that they're important. So there's 4 emails that we want to restore. And what you can do is you can just click the restore feature here. And what happens there next is you can cross user restore. You can bring from Adam Davis's account to Joe Schmo's account. And Joe Schmo right here, let's say that we just do it here. And as we click restore, you can see in the restore function that here's the 4 emails. So it's very, very simple to use. You can actually put these back into your inbox or into, you know, a promotions tab, anything like that where you want those emails to go. And then you can actually remove this label if you want to. But for these purposes, I'll go back into here. Why don't we go into Drive now? And I will, let's just say, Drive is another important thing too, because as you're sharing a lot of data within your employees, this is something that, you know, is especially important with the sync glitches. So that there are some times where you're sharing a lot of documents or spreadsheets with a lot of different people in the organization. And this is just, you know, a very good way in which to protect against any type of weird glitchy things that could happen. So let's say, for example, over the weekend, someone comes in on Monday the 18th and said, oh, my sales folder's gone. So what I can do here is I can click the sales folder. I can also see what's in the sales folder as well, so I can see all the documents. I can actually even pick and choose which ones I want to restore. But really, for this sake, we're going to restore the whole folder. One of the key things about our Drive capabilities is that we actually, when we restore something in your Drive, we also return your filing cabinet, is what I like to call it. We restore the folders as well as the documents within the folders, and even if there's subfolders within the documents. So some competitors of ours, they actually restore kind of all the documents, but then they don't restore the file and folder structure. And we really think that, you know, the best way to do it is by restoring the Drive content as fast as possible by keeping you organized. So let's click restore here. And as you can see, if you go back into your Drive folder, you can see that we restored that folder from November 18th, 2013. And I will go in here and you can click Sales. And Sales here, as you can see, here's the 4 documents that are back in the Sales folder. So you can also move these back into anything you want. But as you can see, it's very simple to keep the file and folder structure the same. And we really believe that that would help you as an IT admin or a user if you want to restore it in that way. So that's what I'm going to show you today. We also, you know, we can show you anything you want specifically to you. You know, there's calendars, there's contacts, there's sites that we restore, anything like that. And we can also show you a lot more of, you know, of the admin panel, anything like that. So if there's any, if you are interested in doing more of a more expensive demo, please let Bill know at BI 101, and we're happy to schedule a demo with Bill and do that for you. So let me just go back to the slides here, and I will just kind of finish up a couple things. One of the key things that we always get from customers is when they ask about Google Vault and what's the difference between Google Vault and Spanning. And they're completely different products, and the way I see it is that they're actually complementary products. We have a lot of customers who are on both Vault and Spanning because they do 2 totally different things. Vault is for archiving and e-discovery and litigation. So what that means is that Vault is actually helping protect the corporate or the employer, and Spanning is actually protecting against user error. And so we really want to make sure that you understand the 2 differences, and we can also kind of lead you down the right path depending on if you really want to choose one or the other. But we really do believe that they are actually complementary products. But obviously, you know, talk to Bill or talk to your the people over at BI 101 that you know to kind of help you out with determining which solution is best for you, or if you actually need both solutions, which I think a lot of people do. And so why work with BI 101? So not only do we love working with our partner community, especially BI 101, and really it's, for three reasons. You're going to get the best support from them. They're more than likely in your time zone, or, they're way easier to get in contact with. They also will help you kind of in a full array of, bundling with other products and solutions to deliver a complete solution, that best fits your needs. So like I said, they're gonna know way more about Vault than we do, and we want to make sure that you guys get the right solution for your business needs. So BI 101 obviously will help you with that, and also, one of the key things too is that they'll also help you with training and implementation. It's very easy to implement spanning within your domain, but just to have all the features and functionality of spanning, that's where BI 101 can definitely help with you guys to get up and running fast and to get that data protected.